Alright, hi everybody, welcome back to, I guess, Night 3 of Hexen. 8 hours in. As the timer clearly shows, I didn't forget to update it this time. So, AC Humaniac, and thanks, Zaki, for the host. Zaki was playing an interesting game on the Sega Master System earlier today. It was kind of like, had like Zelda 1 and 2 vibes to it. And I can't remember the name of the game now. It has a very long title, so you can remind people in chat what it was. But yeah, so, Hexen, where are we at? Let me, well, I'll let this song finish and then we'll go back to game audio. But where are we at? Well, we can kind of see clearly here. I purposely loaded my save file so that we had plain view here of the 9 pieces of the monastery puzzle. And we've gotten 6 out of the 9, apparently. I lost count because I thought I had like 5. But, alright, let's unmute the game. So I've got 2 out of 3 in each of the 3 chapels. And, you know, according to Meatloaf, that ain't bad, but it's not good enough to beat this puzzle. Golvelia's Valley of Doom, that's the game you were playing, right. And it originally came out on MSX, and then came out on SMS. Alright, so my thought process here... Dragon Chapel is really... I'm at a loss on that one. Wolf Chapel, I'm not sure I can do anything right now. I kind of want to go back to Griffin, which I believe is this one. I feel like this is the one that I've checked the least recently. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Hang on. Timer. Okay. Now, all of these things are still barred, and I don't really know what the point of that is. Because, like, that looks like a dead end. There's... Ow! There's something in there. Dude, I'm just window shopping. Chill out. I'm playing chicken with these guys now. I'd kind of like to finish them off so I can window shop in peace, thank you very much. There's something in here that I'd like to understand what it is. Okay. Now, what is over there? Is that just a meaningless... That's just a meaningless sprite. Okay. Are there any, like, switches in here or something? Can't tell. Not that I can find, but... I'm just wondering why they're barred to begin with, because, like, clearly there's supposed to be a way to get in there. I don't know if there's any point in me going back in this mess. This was where all the moving walls were, which... I guess there's a mild chance that I missed something in the wall section. As much as I hate to go back in there again. Oh, you can... Well, so the thing with Mage, though, is you can't throw flechettes. You just kind of dump them where you are, and then they blow up. But I guess as Fudder, you could potentially try that. Do these not move now? Am I actually safe in here? Okay, so that's where we hit the switch. Wanted to see if there was anything else. Hello. I wonder what that does. There's another one. Wonder if these open the bars. Is it just going to be 2 of them, or could there be more? That's 3. God damn it. I was wondering if that trap would still be engaged, and apparently it is, even though the rest of the traps are disengaged. Okay. That's a jerk move. So let's do it again. Where were they? Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Okay, we're back. No, Cleric makes a gas cloud. Mage just kind of leaves a... Mage looks like fighters in terms of the explosion, but it just leaves it in place. Like, actually, let's use one here. It does that. Let me guess, those guys are moving around now. Oh? Really? That didn't even do that. Okay, what did that do then? Alright, now I gotta figure out what those switches even did. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Alright, so just stepping up here solved a piece of the puzzle before. I still want to think that that's something, but there was nothing behind the glass there. And you can't jump over there, you die if you do. This just had an extra item. Okay, so what else is there? Should look up there again. Hang on. I don't want to look out here and see if the switch did anything here. So this is what opened up the transporter on this side. And this is where the wall puzzle was, so I don't get it. What do those 3 switches do? Pretty sure I don't want to fall down there. Pretty sure that's death. Unless, is it possible that these switches do something in another part of the hub? Like, maybe it doesn't do something here, for all I know. Although I feel like normally that sort of thing would tell you. But I don't know. I don't know what else is here to check. So I'm gonna go check something else. There's some stuff in here I couldn't get to before. Well, I still can't get to that. Still can't get to that either. So that has not changed. So the problem with this is I can get to the lower half of this main area on top, but I can't get to the upper portion, the northern portion on the map. As you can see that that's unexplored. That had a piece of the puzzle. Don't really know why this exists. Don't really know why the candles there exist either. I'm pretty sure that the swamp monsters here... Oh, come on. Oh, that does go back up again. Okay. I had tremendous difficulty getting that to go up last time. If I could kill these guys from down here, that would make me feel a lot better. I'm not even I can't even really get a good read on them. Okay, there's one of them. Oh, that's not the weapon I wanted to use. Oh, that missed. Wow, lucky shot. Wait, what? Yeah, I have no idea how to get in there. I can get to this side, but that's about it. Oh, those guys are fighting. I still want to think that there's something I can do down here. Okay, how do I get this to go down now? I really don't know what triggers the elevator here. Oh, no, it's still here. Yeah, why is it not going down? Nope, that didn't trigger it either. I mean, before it would just come up and down whenever the heck it felt like it, but now it's not doing anything. Can't seem to activate anything here. Really? Well, if those guys are gonna fight amongst themselves anyway, then that's fine. Like... Now I don't know how to get up, either. This was the problem I had last time I came down here. Okay, you can shoot that, and it lets you go back up. Well, at least we figured that out. Wait. Can I not hit those guys from here? Sure seems like I can't hit them. Alright, that works. It really seems like it ought to work. But no, I guess we're gonna use this. I highly doubt there's any kind of death trigger in here, but... Okay, now how do I get it to go back up, or does it just go eventually? Okay. That's fascinating. Okay, so we can get in and out of there, but I don't really know if that does anything. That's still up. That probably... No, that doesn't necessarily lead up there. What did that show me on the map? It shows that there's some stairs over there. Which is all fine and dandy when I can't get over there. Wait a minute. I didn't know that moved. Oh. Where does this go to? Oh. Oh. Okay. I've kind of been here. But not quite at this angle. Is there a... Does the other side do that too, then? Are there any switches here? I don't see any switches. No. Because I took that one before. Oh, hi. Yeah, have fun. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's right there. Okay. Have fun again. Wait, what? There was another one. Okay, so that's fascinating. And yeah, I'm sure that doesn't work from that side. Is there a equivalent one here, though? So sure. It's kind of asymmetric. That would have been the equivalent to over here. Okay. So, yeah. Quite asymmetric, then. There's gotta be a point to that. Don't you think there'd be a point to that? That seems kind of pointless. I mean, other than giving you access to, like, there was mana up here. Basically the only point I can see to it. Hey, get over to there from here? Probably. Yep. Okay. And this is the other elevator. Yeah, so that's the only way to get up there. I suppose that's why it exists. You know what? I've always kind of rushed through this. There's some use to what's up here. I doubt it. It doesn't seem like it. So I can check that on this side too, why not? Yep, I don't see anything on these pillars, so they didn't hide anything there. Those guys are still everywhere. I wish I understood why these candles are here, if there's any meaning to that at all. I just don't know why this exists. I don't think there's any, like, height-sensitive triggers here. I guess maybe it's just to entice you to shoot that to get that to raise or lower. That might be why that exists. Well, I'm still pretty stuck on this one. So I guess we'll check Wolf Chapel again. I highly doubt anything is advanced here. There was one door that hadn't been opened before. Actually, it might have been straight in here. Yeah, it was. It's still not open. So, unless there's something else that I've missed in here altogether. Take a look at the map. I'd like to know where Growly Boy is, but I want to think that I found everything in this section. That. Oh, there's Growly Boy, though. Yeah, that was earlier. Really want to think I did everything in here. Unless there's a point to these flames. Okay, they don't hurt me, apparently. Why do these exist? Don't seem to serve any purpose. They make a lot of noise, but they don't seem to serve any purpose. Wait a second. I hear dudes that aren't dead. Are they shooting at me from a place I can't get to yet? Like, for some reason this wall shows as... Oh, can I shoot the ceiling? Nope. Nope. Okay, when ceiling is stained glass, you can't shoot it. I didn't think you could. On those doesn't activate anything. Yeah, somebody is very angry at me from beyond this wall. I'd love to find a switch or something that would do something with that. But I don't see anything. What the heck, dude? Where do you guys keep spawning in from? Well, I feel like I've already gone full circle in this place, too. I don't know what those 3 switches in, the Griffin house did, but... I feel like my best bet is to go back there and check again. How could I have missed? We checked up here. Yep, that still looks as death plane as ever. Then here, there's this stuff. Could those switches have really done something like within that area that I somehow didn't notice? I don't know, but we're here again, so here goes nothing. Hang on a sec, these reset? Well, that's interesting. Then they're definitely localized to this area. Wait. No, I missed one. There were 4. Well, doesn't that just take the darn cake? magic number wasn't 3, the magic number was 4. Well, shit. Come on, dude. I know the trigger's right here somewhere. Wait, is it actually disengaged now? Okay. Apparently you hit those 4 things and the ceiling stops being mad at you. The question is, what else did that do? Have to imagine it must have done something else? No? Nothing? There's more of them! Holy shit! Gotta look for those really subtle wall differences. Here's the other switch. God damn it. And now this is... Uh-oh. Okay. Is that gonna raise the bars? No? This might. Bingo. That still didn't raise those bars. Okay. I imagine there's got to be another switch to raise the other ones. Finally, progress. I'm not sure... Oh, here it is. And I already killed these guys, so... Alright, this part is definitely cleared now. Now the question is... Did hitting that... Did hitting any of that do anything else in the other areas? Let's go check. I'm gonna start with Wolf again, because it's pretty easy to check the one thing there. I don't want to... Oh, wait, what? This guy's still pissed at me? No, it's open. We did it. We did the thing. What the... Oh, man, they are destructible. That's amazing. It would have been a lot more notable, if anything, higher class than, like, the weakest tier of grunt in the game came crashing through it, though. Although I am on the medium difficulty, so maybe that's why. Okay, and there's multiple of them. I wonder if that'll happen with all of them now. Can we just, like, you know, reflect for a moment, though, at how many of these guys have been living either behind or above stained glass windows? Because, like, in the very first level of the game, before the first hub, one of these guys was just hanging out, minding his own business behind stained glass, and there was nothing there. Oh, well. See previous remark. What's just happening? I'm just gonna take advantage of the fact that this is basically a railgun. We've got more bracers there, which I don't even know what the bracers do. Well, this definitely looks like a chapel. So that's fascinating. Look at all that. Hang on. Oh, that was just me. Okay. I was like, what is that thing on the map? Yeah, I don't know why they sound like whimpering dogs. They sound like that if they get caught in the cleric's gas cloud flechette, too. They make the same sound. And, like, multiple enemies make that sound. The shield guys do, the basic barbarian grunts do. Okay. I'm assuming this raises at some point. I managed to make it jump over there. Sure can. And I can sure miss it too. Good to know that that doesn't cause fall damage from that distance. That was the other 9th here. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge, dude. Holy crap. How many of those guys just spawned in? Yes. Welcome to Wolf Chapel, where everybody is very angry. Oh, man, that whiffed. Actually, you know what I should do? Let's play bowling. Okay, I got a couple more. Oh shit. Got stuck. So did he. Okay, did we get all... Oh, hey, they turned on the lights. Okay, yeah, this thing's kinda raised now. That lets me get to that. I really should, like, find the manual to this game so I can get the explanation on all of the items. Because I found explanations of some of the items, but not all of them. And I already forgot what the Crater of Might does. I think I did see the explanation for that. Okay, so now we are done with 2 out of the 3 chapels. We just need to figure out all this crap in the Dragon Chapel. Which is this one. Okay. Of course, the other thing is, I'd like to figure out how to get the Wings of Wrath. But for that matter, I don't know what application the Wings of Wrath has in this area. You know, that kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern, looking at it now. Okay, back to Dragon. Let's see if anything on the side has been unblocked. Oh boy, has it. Okay. Yes, things have changed. Well, they're body blocking those guys for me, so that helps. Yeah, this moved, dude. So these were side by side before, and now they're the same distance apart as those, so now we can go in there. Good. Definitely going to want to use this here, because pretty sure some of the shield boys are still left. Like that guy. Dude, stop wasting my magic. This is bad. Okay. I really hate that, like, sometimes your mana, your weapon 3 for mage seems to one-shot these guys, and sometimes it very much doesn't. Hey, what did that do? Sure sounded like it did something over here. Yeah, it did. Okay. Oh, and now we're back here. Okay. And here's the last piece. We've done it. We've got the whole puzzle solved. Oh, I didn't notice that in Clay's chat. A new Coke flavor. What flavor is that? I don't need to go that way. We still haven't figured out what's on the other side of this. There should still be more stuff to look at. Yeah, because now this is accessible, too. That made a pain sound, but it didn't actually hurt me. Oh, cherry vanilla. Okay, that's been around, right? I think I tried that at some point. Although I might be thinking of cherry vanilla Pepsi, which I think was also a thing at some point. I haven't had Coke in years, generally. But I might have tried cherry vanilla at some point. Yeah, see, like, that guy took 2 shots to die. Oh, God. Okay, that works. Okay, so this is over here. It's down... Wait. It's up here. Oh, hi! That missed. Alright, it's just mana. Alright. Well, we've done everything here now. Cherry Vanilla Coke is fairly new? Okay, then I must be thinking of Cherry Vanilla Pepsi, I guess? I don't know. Like, I swear I've had Cherry Vanilla Soda of some sort. And it was, like, years and years ago. Unless Cherry Vanilla Coke happened and then stopped happening and then happened again. I don't know, that's also a possibility, maybe? Because, like, sometimes these things are limited runs. Oh. When did that appear there? I have 5 of those now. Oh. Guess I'll just go ahead and use one of those. Did I leave any of those flasks lying around before? I feel like I did. There's some back here. Yep. There's even more down there. Okay, we can return to the hub now. Done all the things. Yep. So what does that do? Well, first of all, I'm sure Clown Car is going to be in full swing again. I'm guessing this is supposed to open now? Certainly something just made a noise there. Oh, holy crap, who are you? Well, this guy's apparently powerful. I'm gonna try using that thing because it might be more mana efficient. Also, that has been... That's just stuck there. That's hilarious. He just summoned... Oh no, Clown Car. Clown Car happened. Okay, but where's the dude? There you are. You. Does he just reflect that? Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's the bouncing ball again. Oh god, it's multiple bouncing balls. Wait, where's he at? I'm a little worried about my mana here. Okay, seriously though, how much does this guy take to kill? Oh, you're over here. Can't believe I'm resorting to my plain old rod here. And he is getting staggered by it every so often. Oh, that's bad. Out of the way, dude. Got him. Holy crap. That's a lot of shaking, dude. Wait. So how do I get in there now? It went back up. Was I really supposed to go in there in the 2 seconds that it lowered? Because that seems really dumb. There's gotta be a way to get that to go down again. Oh, or it just does it when it feels like it. Okay, but what about this part? Ow. Okay, where are we now? Deathwind Chapel. It's a 4th chapel. I didn't even check the, shit. I didn't check the Wings of Wrath area to see if that opened up. So now I just have to hope that we'll end up back there again. I'm hoping that this is like the hypo style, where it does let you back. Oh wait, there's a frickin' portal right there. Let's check. Yeah, okay, you can get back. Good. So let's check. Yep. So wait, that's probably the end of the hub. So Deathwind Chapel is probably technically the secret area? Let's find out. Yep. Okay, well in that case, let's check out Deathwind Chapel. Actually, no. Let's go get the wings and then come back to Deathwind Chapel, hopefully. So, you are required to pick up the Wings of Wrath to finish the hub. But yeah, the thing that bugs me is I feel like there haven't really been any obvious applications for it in this hub. Of course, then again, the only applications I could think of for it in the second hub were severely disappointing. Could you guys lower again? You know what? I actually want to test something. I want to purposely skip that. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. You lose the Wings of Wrath whether you use them or not. They are only good for this hub. Now, if I had actually used them there, that would have prevented me from getting hurt. It's like, Mage Boy, can you mention? Oh, yeah, sure. This seems like a good place to use these. Wait. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yep, you would be having a very bad time here. Probably. Not having a good time trying to get in there. I don't think I'm supposed to get in there that way. Alright, fine. Can I get back into where I started? I thought this is where I started. Oh, when he raises his hands, he's immune to all damage, actually. Okay. That kind of tracks with what I was seeing there, because he was getting stunned when he wasn't doing that. Okay, where the heck are we actually going in here? Oh, hi. Let's take care of that guy. That doesn't seem like a good place to hang out. Okay. Cool. I love when they kill each other from splash damage. Okay, who else is left? There's still another guy in here. Okay, and there's a guy in there. Oh, I can hit him? Okay, cool. But I can't get in there. Oh, there's some stairs, okay. So let's use one of those. Oh, hi. I can see now. Yeah, this level would suck without the wings. Okay, that opened this. But what about the other side? Oh, nothing there. Hello? Oh, hey, this is a texture from friggin' Hub 1, the Guardian of Steel. I can't see a bloody thing in there. Got that one. That was where those stairs were. Okay, so we came full circle anyway. There's just no stairs on this side. Okay, what was the point of all this? Oh, hi. Oh, that's new. Let me guess, stairs? Oh. Oh, is this where I came in? Okay. No, that's not. This is. But that just opened the way back. You definitely can get out that way, because, yeah, that's what I did before. Okay, so that's why that exists. Those are both still closed. Oh, wait. Ah, there's stairs on this side now. Okay, interesting. Alright, can I just wait for these birds to come out? Come on, dude. No one fighting? No. Dude, what? I was shooting at you. God, dude. Nothing? Okay. Wait, where... How'd he get out there? Come on! Oh, good. Oh, not good. Okay, well, we're doing that again. That's the wrong save file. Shit, where did I save? Wait, did I really not save? Nope. Thought I saved more recently than that. Is there a guy in here? Yeah. Okay, let's actually save here this time. Actually, since I'm paranoid about these save files being a little sensitive. Come on. I'll just cheese this guy. I don't care. They're annoying. Except when I won't cheese him because for some reason he cheeses me instead. Oh, nice. Okay, one down. Okay. Now then. I see. I, was just a tad too far to the right last time. Oh. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Oh, there's a switch here. That also gets you back out here. Okay. Well. I see. Now this is open. Oh, he's getting mad at him? Oh, dang. I just wasted an opportunity. Let him do the work for me. Oh, come on, dude. Alright. Get to it once here. Except when I can't. Okay, where is this other dude who's floating around? Oh, he's up there again. I mean, if he always spawns up there and keeps to himself, I'm fine with that. Alright, what on earth is going on? Is this couches? Not quite couches, but... I see. I would have been better off running through before they started doing this nonsense. This is bad. These seem to be the lesser ones that only have melee attacks. How do I get out of here without getting killed? Okay, that apparently worked, even though I didn't expect it to. Okay, now the other side's open. Oh, hi. This is a bad idea. That doesn't sound good. At all. don't have any more vials there. Well, since they can only come through single file through here, and since this weapon can pierce, I'm just gonna do this. This is kind of hilarious, actually. How many of these guys were there, though? Seriously. Fortunately, it looks like they were the kind that don't fire out of their shields. I still don't know how to actually recognize one versus the other. Okay, so there's a teleporter there. There's another teleporter there. There's also still some rando crawling around. Oh boy. Kind of at a disadvantage in here. That's the one I was just in. Let's try the other side. Wait a sec. Oh, they're in there. Okay. Oh, I see. There was a switch in the other one, too? There was. Okay, yeah. Now we're in. Dude, just trying to slide into my DMs like that? Oh yeah, doesn't the Crater of Might refill your mana? Now I remember that. Okay. Well, we've done everything. I think. Get our mana back. One of those magic walls where you search twice as loudly as usual. Okay. I think I've done everything in here. It looks that way. Okay. So yeah, I guess the thing behind the pillars was the secret level. Except it was kind of in plain sight the entire time. So, I feel like there's nothing in the, Did these swing open at the beginning or something? Like, these are still here, and they look like doors, but they're not doors. Oh yeah, you know what? We could use the wings to frickin' investigate out here. But I think at this point I've already investigated everything. Because, like, we got up here before. Okay, I'm full on flechettes now, that's fine. This is where the hub started. This is also more flechettes. We've been up there anyway. What if we ever went up here? No, we didn't. What does that do? Oh. Okay. That... Oh. That just gets me right back here. Okay. That allows you to go up there, though. And then this is just... this, apparently. Oh, well, he got squished. Is that just a plain wall from the other side? No. These doors have been here the entire time, I just never noticed them. And that does the same thing over here. So you could always get up there, you didn't need the wings for that. Okay. This is where the actual end of the entire hub is. Alright, our mana's full again. I don't know. Is there anything that's worth going back into? Oh, I can think of something, actually. Oh, guess what's hanging out in the clown car this time? I'm not interested in that. What am I actually looking for? Oh, the clown car has released. Oh, and it didn't let me into the clown car. Wow, that's rude. So there was definitely stuff in there that it just didn't let me into. I still don't actually know when that comes down. Whether it's just on some super arbitrary timer or what. Nope. I'm hearing things raising and lowering and it's not that. Wait a minute. Can I just fly into it now? I can. There's a frickin' another crater in it. Oh, dude. Okay. That's worth it. Oh, also, I just landed on this guy's heads. Plural. Alright, but what I want to go into was... which one of these? Actually, Dragon might be a good one to go into, too, but this is the one I'm thinking of. Because we could easily fly around that one part of this and see if there's anything else. Because, like, if you go over here, this should actually... should actually lead into the moving wall section, if you could find where the opening is. Okay, this place is a lot taller than I gave it credit for. Yeah, there it is. And there's all this lava. There's, I guess, no point in doing that. It's the stairs. So I guess there's nothing else to look at out here. I think there's any reason to go here. Here? Nope. Oh, we could investigate this section. Yep, there's really nothing there. This is a bottomless pit. probably nothing exciting about it. Okay. Alright, well, that rules that one out. I mean, other than giving you better mobility for the secret level... well, no, landing on them doesn't telefrag them or anything. It is neat that sprites don't have infinite height in this game. I guess it's both a blessing and a curse, though. Because it means you can't just hit them from anywhere, you have to actually, like... your shot has to actually be firing in their direction, vertically. But... it's nice that, you know, like in Doom, if you were, like... if there was, like, if you were here, and an imp was here, it could scratch at you, and it would be blocking your path, and you couldn't move this way. But in this game, you can just land on them. So, like, they definitely changed that. But in a way, it's kind of welcome. Alright, let's check Dragon. Well, we can get these now. Hi. What the fuck? That's not a good prize. Okay, so our prize for coming up here was birds. Which were probably just like eggs up here that I never looked at. Okay. Why does that side look like it's not been fully mapped? Up there. Actually, where? That's just this room. Okay, it's mapped now. Yeah, I think at this point we've been everywhere. Like, there's not even a reason to come back in here with wings. Wolf Chapel was really, like, surprisingly the most expansive in the end, I think. That's the one that had that really big final room with the chalice in it. You're saying it should. Nah, I'm fine with being able to stand on dudes. Actually, what would be cool is if specifically the fighter could do that. If the fighter could squish enemies by landing on them and turn the game into Super Mario Brothers, that would be pretty funny. Like, I can get if the mage and cleric can't, you know, they're more lightweight. Okay, I guess we're gonna actually end this hub, huh? The end was back here, right? Wait. There was mana there. Might as well... wait, where was it? Oh, I can take these, too. Good. Okay. Full on mana. Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. The place that was tantalizing you with the Wings of Wrath the entire time now shows the exit visible through it. Okay. Let's watch the end of this hub. I really wish the text wrote faster in this, so I'm just going to give it a head start. Oh yeah, that would be terrible if they could do it to you. That's like the icon of sin, being able to do that in Doom 2. Like, that's the only way enemies can telefrag you in the entire game. Alright, let's start reading. The mightiest weapons and artifacts of the ancients barely suffice to defeat the Heresiarch. Heresiarch? I don't know. Something. And his minions, but now their foul remains lie strewn at your feet. Gathering the last of your strength, you prepare to enter the portal which leads from the Heresiarch's inner sanctum. Above you, the ramparts of an immense castle loom. Silent towers and bare walls surround a single spire of black stone, which squats in the center of the castle like a brooding giant. Fire and shadow twist behind gaping windows, dozens of baleful eyes glaring down upon you. Somewhere within, your enemies are waiting. So, this should be the hub that the secrets area in Hub 2 gave us access to something in. Come to think of it, I'm kind of wondering whether there should have been something in the secret levels in, like, the first and third hubs, too. Like, that would be really something if they had, like, secrets unlocking in the fourth hub from each of the first three. We could take one more look at the secret level in the third hub. Do I still have anything saved in there? No. This is where I saved. I'm gonna take one more look, just to be super sure that I've done everything I possibly can to look around. Alright, where do I have to go? It's the other side. Oh no, don't go back up, don't go back up! God damn it. Oh, we're gonna be here a while. Yeah, you have to actually wait for this. Let me in, please. Okay. Oh, okay, that works. Okay. Let's check this one more time. If there were going to be a switch somewhere, I would expect it to be here at the very end. I don't see anything. Let's check. Alright, so that's where we warped into before. Yeah, okay. I'm probably convinced enough, just looking at this place, that we're not going to find anything. Alright, let's go. Hub 4.
You have played this game too long, mortal.
Hey, come on.
I think I shall remove you from the board.
Oh, the board. Okay. I've only been playing for 9 hours, and only 1 hour tonight. But, you know what? I am going to take his advice and take a quick break here, because it makes sense to take a break as we switch hubs anyway. So, we'll come back to this in a couple minutes. Everybody grab a snack or a drink or something, and I'll see you in a few. Hit buttons. Okay. And done with that song, so good timing on coming back. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around, and let's get back to it. Oops, let me unmute the game first. And let's get into this fourth hub, I think is what we're up to. Oh, that's not a good start. Let's save before we do anything else. Oh, hot! Good reason to save. Take a fireball right in the face. Wait a minute. We got swamp guys? That's not swamp water. Come on, dude. Yeah, I want to get that guy. Oh, man. All the projectiles. Oh, man. And that, too. Okay. And birds. I don't like this. Alright, get rid of the bird. Get rid of swamp things if we can. Actually, kind of indecisive on who I want to get rid of first. I mean, to be fair, it appears we might be storming this castle from the front door, and that's never a good idea. Okay, so these guys only come up if you're far enough away, it looks like. So that got rid of that guy. There's that one. Alright, we got him. We got another serpent dude in there. Wait, he's in there too? Okay. Oh, there's still targets. Okay, things are mostly quiet. Nope, he's still around. Okay. Okay, he's dead. He definitely just exploded. These guys are over here. You know what? I probably shouldn't kill them. Oh no, wait. That was spike noises, wasn't it? Do we have spikes here too? That's gonna be terrible. Okay, so now what? Oh, there's a switch. Is there another switch? Hi! How many of these guys is there? They must be changing a light bulb or something. How many of them does it take? Okay. Pro tip to castle designers, if you don't want people to get into your castle, don't put the controls for the stairs on the outside. Don't appreciate those guys holed up in there. Oh. Wait, can those guys hit me from... Wow. Okay, that guy's done, but I need to get rid of this guy. He's going to be a problem, as he is demonstrating right now. What? Mouse got stuck. Hang on. Okay, he's dead. This one isn't. Presumably. I don't know where he is, though. Okay, I think we've killed enough dudes. I should save before I do anything else. Oh yeah, there are spikes here. Well, I was hoping it was just going to be the one spike level. Oh no, we've got more, and they're in the hub this time. Also, they stay up for a while, apparently. Whoa, hi. There's way too much stuff in here. Oh god, ow! I don't know what just happened. Whoops. Dude, stop moving. Whoa, what's this? That's suspicious. Oh. Hello. There's more than one there. There's 3 of them. There's 4 of them. I just saw another one waltz in. I think one of them might have died. Well, the nice thing about the mage is you can do this. Except when a spike gets in your way. Man, yeah, imagine playing this as the fighter. Oof, this level would be a wreck. This fighter. And more of them. And there's another one up there. Oh, jeez. Ow. No chompy. What is that? Clock gear. Because I guess this game needs a clock tower too. Haven't figured out how to get up there yet. Did that open anything here? It doesn't look like it. Still don't know what the significance of these 5 things is. Although actually... Is the clock gear usable? It is. Okay, but it's not usable there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hello, what's this place? That middle area doesn't look very nice. Oh, there's another clock gear there. Okay. It's funny how each of these seems to do a different thing. Either that or it's just completely random what they toss out. That's where I got the first one, I think. Oh, that's where I got the first one. Okay. I heard more shield dudes. So that hasn't opened yet. Sounds like it probably will. He's dead. Ah, here we go. Why are you not dying from a single one of those? Uh-huh. Okay. This is where we need to use the clock gears, and there's more than 2 of them. So there's one that's there's presumably one that's all, like, brass, gold, whatever that is. One that's all silver or whatever that is. And one that's the mix. So... Really? Oh, you have to open it. Okay, yeah, we've got 2 out of 3. Oddly, when you put it in there, it looks different than what you put in. Yeah, well, so, like, it's funny, because I was testing something out earlier tonight, and I just, like, loaded up the first level with the fighter. As long as you're dealing with just the melee types of enemies, going mano-a-mano is not actually that bad with fighter. Okay, so it's not really a clock tower, more of a clock room, I guess. They have a very interesting notion of time here. Yeah, like, once you get... Well, I mean, even once you get the birds, I guess, you're already in a problematic situation. Once you get to the second hub, you can get his 3rd weapon, though, so it becomes a little less problematic. But yeah, Cleric having a projectile weapon for his 2nd weapon is definitely in a better spot than Fighter. Let me see if this works. Kind of. Oh, kind of not. Oh, hi. Where'd you guys come from? Hello. We have a hub. Oh, Combined Mana gives you more than 15 each, because I had 180 green, and it's full now. Also, did I say hub? We have a portal now. That's what I meant to say. I don't know whether the clock gears made that happen, or whether this was always open. Whoops. Shit. Dude, stay out of this. Oh, there's a lot of them. And another one appeared. Okay. So, is that portal my way to go right now, or is there still other stuff I can do here? That's an interesting place to end up. Okay. I guess the one thing to keep in mind is, as fighter you have... Oh, I can get up there. As fighter you have... a higher armor class to begin with. Oh, this doesn't go up. Okay. None of these go up, I guess. It's those two. Of course there's more crap on this side. And one of these. Oh, and a switch. Nice parting shot, dude. Also, how the hell did I end up selecting... Oh, because I had the... Because I used the things. Okay, that stays on, whatever it does. This is on this side. Now the question is, what did that do? There's another switch there. So there's gonna be multiple of these. Okay. Still can't go up here. This is where the clock room is. Hey Corporate Gamer, thanks for the host. Welcome to Hub 4. That's where we are now, the Castle of Grief. This castle does give a lot of grief, because there's a lot of projectile enemies all over the place that if you were the fighter, you would have to use the hammer. If you wanted any hope of, this is still a dead end? That's still a dead end. You would be pretty literally outclassed in this area if you were the fighter. I'm going around looking for any other switches I missed, but I'm not sure what the switches did in the first place. That one came up again pretty darn quick. Okay, now we're back here. These are not usable either. Nothing over there. And over there. We still got another swamp man over here somewhere. Or at least that's what it sounded like. So this is where we came into the hub. I'm doing alright. We finished Hub 3, we did the secret level in that too. The Wings of Wrath were actually required in level 3, in Hub 3, because you can't finish the hub without grabbing them. Not because you need them to finish the hub, but just because grabbing them triggers opening the final portal. So, I had one thing left in each of the 3 chapels there, and there's a definite order to it. So I think I had missed something in the Griffin Chapel, had to do that first. Then that gave me access to finish the Wolf Chapel, then that gave me access to finish the Dragon Chapel. Anything else I can do here? This doesn't come down. Unless there's another switch. Oh, I can get up here. Can I destroy these? I can. I don't know if there's really any reason to do that, but... I don't think there's any reason to go back in there. I just grabbed a thing in there and ran. So it wasn't actually a problem. You probably ducked out the one we were already in, Hub 3, yeah. Hub 3 was pretty impressively massive, actually, because it kind of had 2 segments to it. Because there was the segment where I had to grab the gems representing planets, and then there was the second segment where there were 9 switches to a puzzle spread across 3 areas. All of that was part of the 3rd hub. No switch there. Actually, are the switches obvious on the map? Probably not. So, what's that? Is that in here? No. Have I even been in where I saw that? No, I can't get up there. It's not yet. That looks like it's up in that area. Alright, well, I guess I would really like to know what the switches I found do. But I guess I'm probably gonna head off to... Oh, hey, there's flechettes here. I guess I'm gonna head off to that portal that I found. I wish I knew what those switches did. And I still need one more gear here. I don't have the gear that goes here, so I'm looking for a fully, like, goldish gears. Oh, wait, nope, there's 4 of them. Okay, I need this one, too. I need 2 more gears. My bad. Okay, where the hell was that portal, though? Had to be on the backside somewhere. I don't even know where the 2 switches that I did find were anymore. I also don't remember how to get to the back, apparently. Oh, here we go. This should get me there. Was it on this side? Yeah, it was back here. Okay. Well, let's go places. Yeah, I mean, this is the original resolution. It's just scaled up. Back then, we didn't have big monitors either, probably. And we had CRTs, and that would make the pixelation look less pixelated. But yeah, like, I definitely thought that when I first booted it up for the first time, too. Oh, well, that's a good start. Whoops. Forsaken Outpost, this is the place that we need to look for a secret that should have been opened up from the second hub. I wonder if I can hit them with this. Yes, I can. It's even slightly forgiving about it. What on earth am I looking at here? Alright, is there anything else? Or is that the only way to go? It seems like it's the only way to go. Seems a little bit suspicious, but okay. Oh, you did finish Doom Eternal. What do you think? Without being too spoilerly about mechanics, do you think it holds up to the hype? Yeah, well, I mean, for that matter, did you watch Kilgore Trout do this game? Because I know he did it, like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. It does live up to the hype? Cool. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, like, it seemed like they were doing the right things. I'm just always a little wary of Bethesda doing Bethesda things, like requiring the Bethesda net launcher and whatnot. Or, well, not the launcher, but requiring a Bethesda account to play the game. Well, I don't know if you absolutely need it to play the game, but, like, I know there's, like, all the EXP nonsense is tied to it. Yeah. I forget if you were the one saying that it was harder, Or if, I think one of my friends that I've known for, like, 17 years by this point, who I just know completely online. I visited him once, he's visited me a handful of times, but we mostly know each other online, and he might have said something similar, that, like, that's why the lives mechanic was added and stuff, because it's basically sort of like E-tanks or something. Oh, great. We're just gonna stand here and perform a cadence of grunts for the next 5 minutes. Because, given that this first weapon that the mage has pierces, this is probably the most effective way to do it. Okay, are there any left, or is this it? But, like, I'm probably still gonna wait for them to just, like, sell a bundle with all of the DLC at, you know, $60 or less. Because, like, I don't know. DLC continues to rub me the wrong way. No switches in here to turn on the lights? Guess not. But, like, doing this hindsight thing, I was saying this in, I was watching Zachy stream a game earlier, and, someone in chat was... I forget how it came up, but, like, I think it was just the general topic of, like, having too much stuff to play. And I said I was using this as an excuse to, hold off on some more recent games for the time being. And give them a chance to bundle and come down in price and whatnot. I mean, it's not that I can't afford them. I'm fortunate that I can, but, like, I'm just a stingy bastard on principle. Yeah, and, like, I kind of feel bad because, like, there have been cases where, like, things get unfairly... They get a bad rap for being DLC, even when they're legit expansions. Like, all the Shovel Knight campaigns. Like, people are like, oh, they just keep, you know, there's more DLC, and I'm paying for the DLC and whatnot. I'm like, you're paying for entire expansions, you're getting 4 campaigns. Like, I have absolutely zero ill will for the Shovel Knight developers, Yacht Club Games. They have done so much with that game, and they've done such a good job with all of it. And, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe there was some miscommunication and room for misinterpretation in how they first packaged it originally, but, like, I don't know. I feel like that's just a case of people are going to find a way to be mad. This requires a key. Rusted key. You need a rusted key. I don't know how to feel about this, because I wouldn't expect a rusted key to actually work. But it's telling me I need a rusted key, so it must be a really shitty lock, too. Is that gonna turn on some lights? Yeah, it kinda did. Okay. Nice synchronized dying, guys. I don't trust this at all. Yep. Look, if you guys could kill each other in your own explosions, that would be great. There were a lot of guys in here. See, those guys did it. Okay, there was also some green mana in here, to be fair, so... That's nice of them. Dude, did that guy just clip his tail through the wall? Cool trick, bro. Oh, wait, are we just out here again? Yeah, we're out here again. We just came full circle. So what did that accomplish? We still don't have the key, do we? Oh, hang on. Yeah, we still don't have the key. So, I guess the question is, did that do anything out here? Actually, first, I'm gonna grab one of these. I can't wait. Oh. Hi. There's the key. It blends in very much. But there it is. I guess I'm glad I just managed to barely have that catch my eye. Which side was that on? That was in here. Okay. We have the key now. Wait, what? These guys are spawning in now. Hang on, I don't like this at all. Okay, he's dead. That whiffed somehow. Okay, you guys I don't waste green mana on. Pretty sure there's still another one of those dudes in here. Shield guys. I thought I still... Yeah, I do still hear one. He's back there. What the heck, dude? Is it just me, or did he unflinch early when I was closer to him? Quartz flasks, I can use those right now. Alright, so there's a switch in here. There's probably another one here, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. Did I really only hear one of them? I thought I heard two of them. Now I heard two of them. So there's 4 switches, I take it? Gee, I should actually use a couple of those. Why do I still hear grumblies? Oh, guess what? And birds? I heard birds somewhere. Also, hello? Is that a book? That's what I picked up in the other place, too. I didn't even pay attention to what it was. It doesn't show up on the map screen. Oh, it was a book with an A in it. And this is a book with a D or an O or something? Demon Codex, okay. I don't actually know what that one is. I didn't pay attention to what it said when I picked it up. Well, Daemon Codex, technically. I guess... Are we collecting books about Unix server administration? Alright, where's this darn bird at, though? So that's a portal which presumably will take... Well, it might take me back, it might take me somewhere completely different. That's a switch that was maybe not there before? Okay, well, there's discs of repulsion there, which I really haven't been using. Discs of repulsion would be a really good thing to have, actually, even as mage. I was gonna say as fighter, but... Well, okay, this obviously has things up here. Oh, this has flechettes, I think? Yep. Okay. But where am I hearing bird noises? I'm definitely hearing bird noises. So... Wait, there's something else in here. This wasn't open before, apparently. Nice job, dude. It's amazing when they do that, like, last-ditch diving play and end up hitting you with it. This looks easy to die in. Okay, he's dead. Where'd this other guy go? Oh. He also died. Okay. This would probably be easier if I used a torch. Wait, no. That won't kill you. There's vials down there. So, falling down is apparently a viable alternative. There's stairs? No, there's not stairs. Okay. I guess the vials are your consolation prize if you mess this up. Okay. Oh, Porcolator. And switch. Which did something. Oh, you can also just run across that. That's cool. That opened this. Really don't want to pick up them combined. Where the heck am I looking? Okay, that's the other side of that. I'm gonna fall down here on purpose. Okay, that didn't even hurt. Is there a point to being down here? Okay, so there's just steps that you can climb back. That's not too bad. Actually, come to think of it, wasn't those doors? What doors was it actually that I was seeing that in front of? Also, no, this was already open, right? Yeah, okay. I want to go back in there for a second, figure that out. Thought it was... No. It would have to be... It would have to be here. No. It's not there. Where does this actually bring me? Oh, I see. There's a window up there. There's also a switch on the other side. Did I hit that or did I not hit that? No, I hit that. Okay. That's what opened this. First place. Still trying to figure out... This is the door, but I don't see... Unless it's... It's a fake wall over here. Look at that. That's just firing straight through. Okay, that's why I couldn't tell from this side. That's random. Wonder why they did that. And I wonder what switch I'm missing for the other part. Have I found any notable... Well, I found the books. We don't know where they're used yet. Maybe if I go through this other portal, I'll find out. That is an option, going through this portal now. Let me take a look at the map first. I'm kind of going on the assumption that nothing interesting has happened all the way out there. Just save here real quick. I also still don't know if I have found the thing that was opened from the second hub. Unless it was just these side things. That would be kind of disappointing, though, if that's all it was. I forget what the exact message was. If it was a door is opened... or what? Come on. Alright, well, we're gonna go through here and see what happens. Desolate Garden. Dear. Okay, he's dead. He's also dead. Hi, rude. It's nice that this weapon is effectively hit scan. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a shot miss due to travel time. Alright, what's all this stuff? It's not a good prize. That's also not a good prize. Excuse you. Yeah, that guy's dead. Yo, Chirp, thanks for the raid. Are you up to Gradius 5 again? We are into the 4th. Wow, that's a very blinky light room. Somebody thought that was a good idea. Don't know what makes it come down. There we go. Okay, we once again have our frost shards. Okay, so that's how we access where the, well, that was 1/2 of that. It's on the other side. Not exactly sure. There's another one up here. There's another 2 up here. Hi. I'm not actually sure what triggered that, but I'm glad I just stood there like an idiot for 2 seconds, because, extra Crater of Might. Cool. I forget what this is. Is that this weapon? That might be this weapon. So, yeah, you've got your Frost Shards, and you've got your... I forget what this is called. That's probably what it is. Oh, jeez. Khaleesi Cup is happening again? Is that more than... That's more than once a year, then, at this point. Dude, I don't have time for 12 shmups or however many it is in 1 month, let alone 2 in a year. Okay. Finally got that one to come up. The problem is I'm having trouble keeping track of which ones I have and haven't hit now. I think I heard some more stuff happen there. Oh, hello, yep. Oh, it's 10 this time? That might actually be less than previous times. There have been a couple of times where this game ends up feeling like a shmup, especially with this class. Okay. This just goes down on the other side. Yep. Okay. Haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. You don't think I'll be able to get to even halfway to the top of most of them? But 25% on all of them. Well, that would be something. Bingo bells. Oh, wait, I got him out of order, damn it. Okay, they're dead. That's... Yeah, okay. This is the only way to go. What the fuck? He was just, like, staring there like, derp. This is bad. Yep, we're dead. Okay, well, I'm glad I saved somewhat recently. He's also more dead now. If that's any consolation. Okay, which save file was that? This one? Yeah. How the heck? How are you missing all of them? Ow. Oh, it tried to trap me in there. So, wow, this gives you 2 segments of Blood Scourge, even though I already have it. I'm wondering if this ever opens up again, or if you have to basically race in, race out. No, but you can't race out. That thing closes immediately. Well, I heard something. I don't know if something makes this come back down, though. Because I'm real curious how you're supposed to actually legitimately do that. There's a switch in the... Oh. Okay. Let's try it. Yep, there's your switch. Okay. I didn't quite catch that last time. And here's Derpface over here. I don't know why that guy just stands frozen. That's gotta be a bug with this engine specifically. But it's just so hilarious how it's just like, grrr, if he just stands there. Alright, well I have full mana for everything now, so that's cool, I guess. What else can we do in this area? Hang on. Wait. Oh, okay, that's just this, which I don't think you can do anything with. On either side. Okay, What was that? Might be those. Still not sure. Wait, I didn't get that one? I totally thought I got that one before. Ah. I think we can be fairly confident we've hit all of them now. Whoops, that whiffed. Dude, stop dodging. There's still one left. You know? Well, okay. There's one of those. As of right that second. Oh, no. There were 2 of those as of right that second. Okay. So now that we hit all those switches, what does that mean? Come to think of it, can I even leave here if I wanted to? No, it spawned us in right here. We don't actually know how the heck to get out of this place yet. Oh, yes we do. Never mind. Let's get some darn mana back first, though. Wait. It's in here. So I don't actually know what purpose this entire place served. We didn't actually pick up any key items in here. We just kind of had to make our way through this area. Hang on. Oh, wow. This place had literally every weapon in it. It had the second weapon, the third weapon, and the 3 pieces of the 4th weapon. That's bonkers. Okay. Now where are we? Now we're back in Forsaken Outpost. Okay, so that just comes right back here. So I guess the next question is, did it open anything here? Nothing is literally jumping out at me, so... But, nope, that's still closed, and I don't know what I'm missing. Because I did hit that. Can I run across that this direction? Oh, you totally can. Fairly certain there was nothing up there. This is where there was the 4 switches. I hit all of those. Oh no. But there's definitely one thing left to do in this area, which is that locked door. Which is actually... Actually, you know what? It doesn't show up on the map as a door, though. Hang on. It sure looks suspicious, though. Like, you go in here. It's that wall. It doesn't even show up as a door on that wall. But it sure looks like a door to me. Well, that's suspicious as heck. Okay. I'm still wondering what thing was supposed to be opened by getting to the 2nd secret level. Well, okay. I thought I fell there, but I didn't, apparently. Well, let's head back out here and see if there's anything new. Still can't do these. I want to think there should be another portal on this side eventually, but... I don't know where the books get used. Did I kill that guy? I might have killed him. Like... Oh, there's another guy in there. Okay, he's probably dead. I did hit. That's just because of that. Okay. The one on the right looks like it should raise at some point. So if you look at this map... Ah, one of you guys isn't dead yet. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, there goes whatever armor class I just had. So I think I still had 2. I would really like to know if there's any buildings I should be able to get into right now. I can't get into any of the, like, elevated buildings as far as I know. Because I can't get any of these bloody elevators to work. I don't know. There could be another switch that I missed. That's still a possibility. Let me zoom in here and see if I can even see the ones that I've gotten. Because, like, some of these little, like, square little alcoves had switches in them, like that one you can see towards the center of the map right now. So I probably got that one, but I might as well go looking for them on the map and double check, because, like, I want to think that once I hit a set amount of those... Yeah, so I hit that one. I really wish that this game would not keep spawning in enemies. Okay, next one's probably over there. It's further over here. I did not hit this one. Well, still no difference. Actually, let me check something. No, they're both on. Okay. So I want to think I hit at least 2, maybe 3 before. So, okay. We just hit that now. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to pick up 3 of those, but oh well. What else? There's one over there. Okay. I really want to think there's 4. Wait, can I get to this one? Oh, man. It's freaking hidden, dude. Okay. Let's take another look. We definitely found 2 on the right side. On the left side we found that one. Oh, okay. Over there. Basically symmetrical with this one. That here? Yes, this one's on. I like how there's just a mace left there. Alright, so now the question is, what did that accomplish? Because these still don't want to work. I know there were a couple of other ones near the front. Wait a second. I hear new people. What was that noise? It's a pig! Wait. I didn't do it. I am fairly certain I did not, in fact... Oh! One of the types of shots that came out of the center was a porculator, apparently. That's hilarious. Oh, hi. Okay, so where did they bust out of? Oh, this got lowered. That's another clock gear. Okay. Want to bet those elevators will start working when we get all the clock years? Alright, let's... Where was the clock room? Is that over here? No. That's still a mystery back there, too. Okay, seriously, where was the clock room? It's not that. Probably... Oh, it's back here. What? Why are these things, like, stuck in that position now? I guess I shouldn't complain, though. I'm just gonna wander around lost until I find the clock room again. I don't think it was accessed from the outskirts. No, I don't think it was. No, I wanted to take mental note of where the clock room was last time. I apparently failed to do that. The front, right? Yeah. These are also not active. Alright, seriously, where's the clock room? Now that I want to find it again, I can't find it again. Pretty darn sure it's not on the outside. It's not that. Where's this grumbly dude? Oh, here it is. Jeez. Okay, so it's just south and then around the corner from that. Alright, which one did I just get? This one. So that's 3 out of 4. Just need this... No, not that one. This one. Can you get it as an item when it's fired out? Really? Huh. I wouldn't really want to stand in the center of all those traps and find out, because I think it's totally random. That's pretty funny, though, if that's true. Actually, now those guys stopped firing. I don't know why they stopped firing. Alright, maybe I should double-check that one room with the 5 things again in the floor. This still seems very suspicious to me. Maybe this is reliant on another puzzle somewhere. So all I know is there's something at the end of that that looks door-like. For all I know, that could lead to the last clock piece. Well, I kind of feel like there's nothing else to do here again. Let's go back here. There. Still nothing over here. So, I guess my option is go through the, outpost again and see if anything changed there. I kind of doubt it. Nothing has changed here, though. Oh, I just noticed there's, like, a platform there. Also, there's a guy here. I don't think I've actually gone over there, so I guess I could do that and see if it triggers anything, but I kinda doubt it. Sure doesn't seem to trigger anything. Double check these, but I am fairly certain there's nothing up here. Yep. We haven't seen any puzzle switches in this entire hub so far. Then again, it took us half of the third hub to find them too, because the first half had the planets instead. Where was that other thing? Here. Check this one more time. That's still closed. Oh, there's gotta be something in there. Any switches in here? Like, there was the one in there on top. See anything else? I want to think there should be a way to open that in here, but I have no idea. That was where the rusted key was. Which opened this. This had the 4 rooms with switches. I don't see anything new in this place. Nope, I don't see anything new in this place. Alright, let's go to the next one. That's this place. What's that doing? Oh, it is these. Okay. Guess those are just in a timer. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, like, wait, that was a weird light effect that I just happened to be going at the same pace as, but it's just the stairs that are doing it. Which, that's actually an effect that was in the first hub in the Guardian of Steel also. I feel like it was a bit more pronounced there than here. So the only thing here is, like, if we could possibly get in there. I'm not really sure that's even supposed to happen. Wait a second. There's something in here. Oh shit. We found thing. Never mind, we didn't find anything useful. Was there something in there originally? Because I don't remember noticing that. Whoa, what? I didn't press backwards, so I don't know why I just got shot out of that wall like that. Anything up? Doesn't really look like it. Hey. We found thing, but it's useless. I guess this probably represents that it's what drained the rising level in this room. I don't know. Well, I'm running out of ideas in this hub. Let's take a look around the map. There's really not anywhere that you could be hiding something in this map, though. Except those side things, but I think they're there just for show. I don't know, man. It's gotta be the main area. We gotta just find the last clock gear. There's just gotta be something here that I haven't found. Like, all of the clock gears have been in this area. I don't even know why the other two areas exist. Oh, the middle area's traps are at it again now. Those are what raised the stairs here. This is where the whole thing began. I'm guessing when it makes the item usage sound, that's when it's firing the percolator shot. But I don't even know what to look for here at this point. I'm still at a complete loss for what the... Well, no. That's right. We're not at a loss for what those switches did, because they lowered this. Wait, does this go up, though? It doesn't seem to. Because, like, you know, that would have been nice, given that it looks like an elevator and all. I don't know if there's anything for it to go up to. Well, there's something up there. I can't tell what it is. It doesn't look like a clock piece. It might be an urn. I don't know how to get this to go up unless it goes up when everything else starts going up. I really want to know why these things fire, because, like, yes, there's a clock piece in there initially, but, like, you can just, like, run right through and not risk getting hurt. I have more patience than you have? Well, I mean, so far everything has been solvable in this, so... I'm holding myself to this, giving myself the benefit of the doubt. But, like, there was definitely this risk all along of, like, at some points in Hexen, we will get stuck for a while. And I want to try to avoid having to look up how to make progress. I wonder if McFly ever had to. I think his playthrough must have been probably close to 25 hours. No, maybe not, but at least 20. And I want to think I won't take that long, but, you know, depending on how stuck we get and how long we're stuck. Nothing here either. I just really want these elevators to work. Ugh. And I'm still really suspicious of this room. And these 5 things. Can I shoot them? Doesn't seem like it. I don't know what purpose they serve, though. Wait a sec. Can I use these here? You know, come to think of it, I still haven't figured out where to use these books. But have we seen anything? Because, like, I know... Like I said, I've seen glimpses of other parts of this game, and I know there is a library somewhere. And I don't think we've seen it yet. So, I do want to think that there's probably another portal out of here, eventually. And it might be over here, to be symmetrical with the other one. I don't even know what opened the other one. So, I don't know how to open any others, if there are others. Just accidentally did a wall run for the first time. Oh, wow, yeah. Those aren't even straight walls. But that feels like it's doing a wall run. Yeah, that's definitely doing a wall run. I thought wall runs only worked at, like, right angles or something. Or on, like, walls facing specific directions. I didn't think it worked on diagonal walls. So, like, I guess my other question is, did those 4 switches do anything besides bring that one thing down in the center area? Because, like, what does that accomplish? That has to accomplish something. But without that elevator going up, it doesn't accomplish anything. So, like, this whole thing. It brought this down. I don't remember if there was anything on here. I kind of wanted to go somewhere where that's out of earshot and save and then test it again. I'm not sure if it's ever actually inactive, though. Yes, that doesn't do anything. Oh, hi. Like, are any of those actually switches? That's kind of what I'm wondering. None of them really look any particularly different from the others. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the pig thing racing across there. I don't know. I really want to think there's meaning to this coming down, but I don't know what it is. But there's gotta be something up there. Like, it looks like there is an item and a switch. But then why isn't this moving? You know what? I'm gonna double check all those switches. As dumb as that sounds. Here it is. Okay, so one of those was here. They should all be on. You can't interact with them again. There's the other one. It's up here. I don't think this is going to lead to anything useful. Yep, they're all still on. But aside from lowering that thing in the center, I don't know what they accomplished. I really want to think that there's got to be something else in one of these other areas that leads to another portal. But I'm also kind of convinced that I found everything I possibly could in those areas. Let's just establish this is a bottomless pit, right? Yep, it is. I mean, it has a bottom, but it'll kill you. There's just that one door that I can't frickin' explain in this. Unless there's any switches that I haven't found. Let's look for switches, because they're usually kind of telltale. That's the one that brings down those elevators. That's the one that opened that. That's the one that opened that. Also high. I would have actually been perfectly safe up there. Oops. This is not where I was before, but whatever. Yeah, there's definitely stuff in there, because look, there's this arbitrary wall showing up. And this is the 4 switches that were in there. Which opened the way to the exit, I think. I don't see anything in here that I missed. Nope, I'm pretty convinced on this one that there's nothing for me to do, but then... I mean... What opens that? Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Although, to be fair, the first time I got stuck, it was the thing that the first time I got stuck was in Hub 2. It was the beginning of last night's stream. And it ended up being a thing that I swore I tried pushing. Actually... Nope, no matter of pushing that does anything. Also, hang on. So, this wall for some reason is... Or rather, this window for some reason is a wall from the other side. Which seems awfully suspicious. I don't know why they would do that. But it makes me wonder if there is, in fact, anything across from it. Although, I don't think there would be a point to that. But, hey, look. It was on the other side of that. This. This is already on. Because originally, actually, we came from here. Hi. Because, like, the first time we came in here, this was locked, and we went down here. Hit that switch, and it opened this up, and we got our first book here. We still don't know what to do with the books. Can't use it here. Hey, Nomad Harp. Yeah, the results are definitely mixed, because, like, people who just wanted non-stop action weren't gonna get that, obviously. I think it does a lot of cool stuff, though. It's just that, like, sometimes the conveyance fails, or sometimes the conveyance is missing. So behind this door, right here, right there is where that false wall is. That's the window on the other side. But these are all pushed because this is what opened up the exit of this area. And as far as I know, there's nothing else in here. Other than that dude that just spawned in. But yeah, like, I'm still glad I'm playing this year. Yeah, sometimes they really don't. And sometimes you really gotta... Sometimes scouring the map really helps. Like, it helped in the main hub of this... Like, in the main area of this hub. I found 4 switches. They did one thing that I think should have helped more than it did. But I think what's really... What the sticking point really is I need to find the 4th clock gear. And so far, all of those have been in the main area. Like, I don't even know why these other 2 areas exist right now. But the portal opened up, so I went through it. But yeah, I'm at a loss for this area. There's definitely this one thing here that should open up at some point, but I don't know what opens it. Like, this switch opened this, which gives you the stairs up to that, but then... I don't know beyond that. I haven't seen a switch or anything for it. And there's obviously a guy crawling around in there growling to himself that I'm so slow at figuring this out. You know what? I have a stupid idea. No, it's an impossible idea, though. I was like, what if this also reveals that, but that would take longer than that's actually open for? Because you'd have to get all the way in here. Yeah. So that would be physically impossible. Well, I mean, there are speed boots. Those are a thing. But I'm pretty sure this isn't going to do the thing. But we can try it anyway. I haven't actually tried these things yet. It's impossible to move correctly with these things. It's actually impossible. No, that can't possibly be right. Usually the switches are distinct, but sometimes they're kind of like... So, like, the ones in the main area here are kind of tucked into corners, into alcoves. I know the one that I remembered from playing this as a kid was the one that's behind a statue in the second hub. So sometimes you really do have to look for them. And in the third hub, the ones that are like pull-down switches, those I feel kind of blend in a little too much. I don't think I had any trouble with them, but I don't know. They just seem easy to miss. So now I'm going into here. This area had 9 switches, culminating in the center one, which opened the portal back out, which is over there. But, like, this just seemed like a battle arena, basically. And I don't understand why this place exists. I forget if the second book I found was in here, so that might be why it existed. And, like, you get every single frickin' weapon in here. You get your second weapon, you get your third weapon, and you get all 3 pieces of the fourth weapon. I'm gonna need to refill my water pretty soon. And then this had... So, like, one of the pieces of the fourth weapon was here. One was in there. That caused a trap, which the switch up there deactivates. I don't know why this exists, really, other than to justify the place filling up and then draining, I guess. But, like, this functionally doesn't do anything. The only places that I haven't seen on the map are whatever's in there, which probably isn't actually a thing. And then, once you hit the center switch in the main area, this opens up. And then the other piece of the third thing is here. Or fourth thing, rather. Fourth weapon. So that was this area. That brings you back to here. So you have to go all the way out again if you want to go back to the main hub. I have made this cycle twice now, trying to find something. And the problem is I don't know what I'm trying to find, other than the fourth clock gear, which, like, I don't even know. So very infrequently... Yeah, so the stained glass windows are a thing. Very infrequently there was a shoot trigger. There was one of those in the third hub that I noticed. That it took me a while to realize it was a shoot trigger, and that raised and lowered something. But other than that, there's walls that you press. There's been a couple of walls in the third hub, I think, that you actually just walk into and they push back, so that was fascinating. But yeah, other than that, basically it. So now we're back here. And none of the elevators work, which I'm assuming is contingent on me fixing the clock, which is still missing 1 gear. What? Okay, I think he's dead now. So, like, these are the kind of switches I was talking about that were kind of tucked away in this area. There were 4 of those. Because there's the one there, the one up there, the one over there, and the one over here. And I've hit all 4 of them, and what that did... Whoops. Why is scroll lock turned on? I have no idea. Whoa, jeez. When all 4 of those were lit, that lowered this to this level. And there is something up there. There's an item of some sort, which I'm thinking isn't the last gear, but it might be. And then there's a switch or something. Unless I can shoot the switch. Doesn't seem like it. So, this is the latest thing that has happened, but it doesn't do anything. So, I don't know. Oh shit. There's a switch here! There's a switch right here! What does that do? Or, that might have been what originally made that accessible, actually. It might not actually do anything now. Did that stay on? It stayed on. Whatever it did. So this is still a dead end where there's definitely something beyond here. I have a feeling I hit that switch when I first went in. Although... which side was that switch on? Hang on a second. Are there two switches? So that's one. What did I just hear? I'm hearing elevators, dude. Hang on. Okay, there's no other switch here. I'm gonna go back out. Are these things working? These things are working! My god. I wonder if that switch was also made accessible when that thing came down. Both of those might have happened at the same time. Man, I was looking around that room, and I did not see that damn switch. So, yeah, Corporate Gamer, remember when you said it's probably going to be something stupid, and I'm going to be like, really? Yeah, this is really time. Okay. Now we can do things. Now I'm going to refill this thing. And then we will do more things. Yeah, I'm guessing both things happened. Alright, cool. Well, stick around and we've got progress to make now. Cool. Darn, my timing was a little bit off. I was trying to catch the end of the song. And I kind of missed. Alright, we're back. Also, I had to fix my timer because I forgot to... This time I forgot to... Whoops. I forgot to stop that, first of all. I forgot to stop the timer when I went to the BRB screen, so I just had to pull up the VOD for a few seconds and figure that out. But it's in the right place now, so we can continue. So let's continue. So we're up here now. Did I save? I should save. There's a hole there. That looks dangerous. Yeah, that looks like something I don't want to fall into. So, I don't know what that did. You know what, let's just do science and get it over with. Yep, okay, science was done. It'll kill you. Now I get to find out if there's any guys we didn't kill. So, alright. It's actually good to play this as something that is not fighter first. Because now you know what you have to do. You have to go around and find the 4 switches around the outside. And then you have to go in the center, kill those guys, which you can do because that's short distance. And then hit that switch, and then you can come up here and you could actually melee these guys. So, you have to, you know, you'd have to play bullet hell dodging for a little bit with fighter, but it should be feasible. Hey, Metroid McFly, how you doing? Realizing watching this how much you can just save and try things on PC. Yeah, I know. It's so there's no, like, free saving on the N64. That's what I was wondering, because I noticed that when you reload after you die, it does bring you back with all of your stats. But also, this guy's dripping. That's kind of gross. But I was wondering if you could actually save in place in that. Was there like a suspend feature in that or something? I can't remember. Like, I wanted to think there was some kind of freeform saving. But, like, maybe it was limited. Are these elevators working too? These elevators are working too. Wow. We can just jump, though. Oh, hey, I didn't kill this guy. He's just stuck down there. Like, let's put him out of his misery. Oh, wait. What? Okay. Is this the end of the road? No, it's not. Which way did I come from? Crap. I came from that way. Okay. Oh, it didn't cross your mind. Okay. Maybe we have to perform some science to see if we can perform some science on the N64 version. Because, like, N64 had controller packs and stuff. I want to think they made use of that, but I really don't remember. Wow, all these guys are here. So there should be a switch here. There is. Whoa! Somehow that cheesy poof avoided my head. I thought he had me dead to rights with that one. Okay. Yeah, this is still the right way. We've come full circle at this point. So... the question now is, what do these switches do? I kind of want to double check that I actually hit all of them. Might as well get the double check over with now while we're here. Oops. I don't see anything over there. So that would have been one thing I would have checked anyway, is there a portal over there now, like the other side, but nope. Okay, that one's lit. Oh, hey. Maybe I should pick up one of these. This was the first one. Yep, okay, so those are all done. Oh, okay. Alright, so what does that do? That is still not accessible. This is where we started. Maybe I should check the center area. Maybe that elevator works now. Wait, what? Two of them were on top of each other. Alright, so the million-dollar question is, does this actually go up? Don't think it does. Let's see if there's any other switches in here, though. That was the one we hit on that side. There's nothing on this side, it looks like. So we still don't know how to make... Wait. Wait. No, yeah, that's the same one as before. I don't see anything else in there. And we also didn't find any other clock gears. Well, or gear. There's one left. Don't step on that. That's a bad idea. Let's go up here one more time. Because, like... Did I see this one blinking? Yeah, I did. Are any of these actually not death traps? Nope, that one still is. Like, I'm kind of going to assume they all are. This one isn't blinking, though. Nope, it's still a death trap. Should also kind of have my eye out for switches. Although, if I wanted to do that, I could also look at the map. The jump is still finicky even in this version, though. Like, I know that's something that McFly experienced in the N64 version. Wait. Oh, it was that. I was like, what the heck just crossed my eye down there? The ultimate weapon's pretty neat, but it consumes a lot of mana, so I haven't been using it a lot. Like, I feel like this weapon probably does more overall damage than this one does, but this one will also pierce things, but then so will this, so I've just been using this to pierce things sometimes. I don't really have a good read on how much damage they do comparatively. I actually don't remember what the cleric's weapon is. Like, I know the fighter has a sword that just, like, does, like, a wave of, like... It's almost like a visible BFG scatter shot or something. The cleric one is OP as heck. Oops. I don't know, I'm pretty sure there's nothing else up there, but then... What the heck am I doing? I don't know what those switches actually did. I guess I can double check the... Oh, wait a minute! How many of those switches were there? 1... 2... 3... 4... There were 5 switches, weren't there? There were 5 switches. I know exactly what to check. Just need to find it again. This had 5 things. Guess what? This is where we're going. There's our last thing. Oh! Well, that's what those things in the floor mean. So actually, the 5 might have been completely irrelevant. Oh, right, I forgot about the thing that shoots wraiths. Yeah. Okay. I'll accept that. Alright, now we have the last clock gear. Now we need to do clock things again, which is over here. Wait. No, not there. Here. Last clock thing is here. The game just froze. There we go. A platform has lowered in the tower. Wow, the game seriously just froze for like 5 seconds. The tower? What is it even talking about? Wait, does it mean the middle? It might mean the middle. Does it mean this thing? Yep, it means this thing. Oh, okay, that's a Dark Servant. That's what that item was. That is not one of the things that crossed my mind. And that does... What the fuck? Oh. Give it. I don't know if that's a hard G or a soft G. Well, we're here now. There's birds. We shmuppin' now. Okay. Well, that's a neat effect. Ow. That was a swamp thing. Where are the swamp boys at? Somebody is upset. There he is. Sure, just dodge right in front of me. See what happens. Hey, there's breakable things here. Whoops, that's the guy I froze already. Oops. Jeez, there's still a dude left. That looks painful. I'm not going to fall there, hopefully. Oh, that's not a good prize at all. These guys are the worst. Oh, well, the switch might be a good prize. Yep, almost fell in there. Interesting. Come on, dude. Now switch on this one. That actually wasn't a good prize. Oh, okay. Where's the bird at? The bird is presumably still taking its sweet time rising up from the depths of the pit that will kill you. They do that a lot. Alright, well there was one switch. Oh, that's interesting. For some reason those aren't mapped. Hang on. Oh, the birds are finally making their way out. I'm assuming there was more than one. So I'm assuming I can't drop down there, but it kind of looks like there might be... There might or might not be pathways down there. It might just be the kind of thing where it's like, for some reason, there's like a little inlet or whatever that's like 8 units tall and doesn't mean anything. Hi, you can join him. Wait, alright, seriously, where's the swamp guy? He's in here. How dare you put swamp things in non-swamp water? Oh, you jerk. Cool, he came up for air and then it happened. Wait a sec, is that the portal that was always there, or was there a portal somewhere else? No, that was the one that was always there, probably. I'm assuming that'll let me go back. I suppose we can find out. Okay, yeah, that goes back here. That's fine. Oh, hey, look! We found the library. Now we have a place to use books. And we have found a couple of those. Oh man, there's a lot of bookcases. There's a lot of bookcases. I don't know if there's any that stand out. Dude. Probably sore at me for breaking the statue. Or the suit of armor. I would really like to think it's one of the ones on the end. Wait, oh. There's letters on a couple of those. Oh, Corax, it's a... Oh, it's not a D. Even though it was like the Daemonic Codex. Maybe they were both Daemon Codexes, because I didn't see what the first one said when I picked it up. But yeah, it spells out Corax's name. Okay. Yorick's skull. Alas, poor Yorick. Funny thing is, on Elegy's channel, his channel points are a skull icon, and they're called Alas, poor Yorbucks. Okay, so we got Yorick's skull in here. That was our reward for doing library things. And returning somebody's books. That they... Oh, God. Yep, doors can still kill you. You gotta wait and then run for it when you get problematic... Oh, and that goes the other way. Gee, I'm glad I looked. Oh, well, if he came out here, then okay, that's fine. Hi. He should get crushed. If it happens to me, it should happen to you. Come on, dude. Doesn't seem to kill him. It doesn't even squish him. What is this? Come on. That's discrimination. Oh, it's more of these guys. They're caged, but that doesn't mean they're not still a threat. Okay. Hi, that's not a good prize. There's another one. That wall sure looks suspicious. Oh. Oops. Where did I save? I probably saved before all of the library stuff, didn't I? Or no. Did I save it after? Do I have Yorick's skull? Okay, good. That would have sucked, man. Stop making me waste my mana, dude. Okay, so... Oh, the hole's there. Alright. Yeah, I kind of saw that on the map, and it didn't register to me what it was, actually. But there's still a suspicious-looking wall there, too. Who the hell puts a hole there? What kind of jerkwad design is that? So there's a switch there. I mean, dude, this is someone's bedroom. And you go to the bathroom or something, and you fall down a hole and kill yourself. Like, really? This is absolute asshole home interior design. You need the dungeon key. Oh, I see. And who the hell puts a dungeon immediately accessible from their bedroom? Monster toilet? Yeah, I guess. What? That's also a good prize, so cool. Oops. That's probably what happened to that other dude. That didn't actually hurt me. You know what? Now that I see that, this vaguely strikes me as familiar. That trap there. Like, I've seen someone fall for that before. No pun intended. Wait, why am I hearing angry clergy dudes? What the fuck? Nothing in this room makes any sense. Alright. How do you... Alright, seriously, how? This room seems very unreasonable. Yeah, killer bed. Killer toilet. Dungeon immediately accessible from bedroom. Like, do I have to do this with the Rings of Wrath? I don't know. Oh. Okay, so that's a thing I can maybe do. So I'm guessing that I just don't want to use that switch right now at all. I like how I managed to whiff that. Great, thanks for making me waste ammo there. Okay. Oh. Oh, I can hit this guy from here, but I don't know how to get to where he is. There's still another one. Go to sleep, Eddie. I mean, it's one way to sleep, I guess. You can't get to sleep by any other means. So I'm still not really sure what my ultimate goal in here is, besides don't kill yourself. I'm assuming this is still gonna kill me. I wonder if this is possible. It is. I find it fascinating, though, that that floor can fall out from under you fast enough for it to register as a death. Like, they had to work at that. Wow, I can't believe I managed to get back up there. That still didn't accomplish anything. And this one guy is still very upset at something. I don't know where he is. He's probably in the dungeon. Well, I'm probably not going to manage to do anything meaningful here right now. I appreciate that there's two separate crushers, one for the head of the bed and one for the rest. But, yeah, I don't see there being any point to that either, so I guess we're leaving. Unless, hang on. Can I, like, use Yorick's skull here somewhere? Shit. Guess not. Gotta figure out where to use that thing. There's more stuff I can do out here, probably, too. Axe key. Dungeon key and the axe key. Have I gone up here? Nope. This is bad. Ow. That was a bad idea. I am very low on this mana. I don't know if I can hit them with this. Probably not. Not having any green mana anymore could be very problematic. Although, I do have a gazillion craters of might. I can just use one of those. Where's Shield Boy at? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's fascinating, and I hate it. Oh, now we've got the Jerk Shield boys. Where is my Crater of Might? First time we're actually using a crater. Yeah, room. I'm seeing that late, but room designed by bad guy forgets that he has to use it. Are you freaking kidding me? So we get to do that entire freaking room again. Great. If McFly managed to complete this game without ever saving in the middle of a stage, I don't know how he got through this. Because this is utter bullshit. Oh, it's killing them. Awesome. Dude, viable strategy. Just lure him over here and then use that. Except when it fails and it happens to me. Okay. Wow, it happened immediately that time. It's funny, because the very first time I used this, I didn't have a problem. And now I can't use it correctly. You know what it is? It's the direction that I'm doing it from. If I do it this way, it's totally safe. I say that and then get squished by it again. And that time I got blocked by a dude. Now I have, like, no patience for this, and I just want to conserve mana. What? We got him and me. God damn it. I mean, it still only took you, like, what, 20 hours? And I'm assuming you must have got lost once or twice, too, like I did. Okay. I'm not sure if I got them all, but I'm going to save this time. Nope, we didn't get them all. I backed into it. This is why I saved. Apparently I, like, strafed into it or something. So do these kill you too, or can you just not get up there? He seems to be defending against those, but apparently his defense is impenetrable even from his butt. Oh, he was actually reflecting their shots into them, though, I think. Alright, that did me a favor. Okay. I'm going to save because I need a couple of these flasks again. Okay, we're good. Okay, now that we've cleared out this room, what was the point? I wonder if we can actually get out there, or if it's just for show. Kind of reminds me of, like, one of the first levels of Heretic. Look at all these dead guys now. Jeez. I don't think I can get up there. Oh, I can, and it does that, because of course it does. Jesus Christ. So that's not worth it either. How are we getting there, though? I'm assuming there's something on that pillar that's important. I don't know. Otherwise, there was no point to this room. Like, I don't see any place for switches here. Yeah, this level is pretty rude. At least this room looks like it deserves them, as opposed to the bedroom. Hey, was there any green mana around here? No? This is the room I was in first. So that has the bottomless pits there. Other than Yorick's Skull, which I don't know what calls for that. Don't know what else was in here that was useful right now. There was one switch in here, and then that part was oddly empty, which seems... Wait a minute! Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. This is missing a head. Oh, is this rising now? Uh-oh. Oh, God! Really? Okay. Well, we know what we have to do. Have to get the hell out of here. I'm guessing the lit path is maybe still safe. But I'm just gonna be out here. Until that settles. Yeah, bingo, the lit path is still safe. But what the hell's the point of that? Unless it's just a trap and that's it. So, the other question is, what else did that do? Yep, everything in this level is a trap. Is any more accessible than before? I don't know, this guy showed up for some reason. And that doesn't look any different. Anything change here? Highly doubt it. Like, I feel like that place served its purpose. This place requires the dungeon key. I haven't found any keys yet. Requires the axe key. I would assume that the ground shaking stuff would be localized to this area. Oops, that's that again. Oh, hi. Where'd you come from? Oh, he probably came out of that pit. I don't really see there being anything else I can do here, though. Like... I don't see that leading anywhere useful. Where did that guy spawn? Oh, he's over here. I was gonna say, I saw the red flash and then nothing. Well, I'm assuming that nothing good will become of this. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, well, I don't know. Oh, you know what I can check? Is it just me, or is that more obviously a pit now? Was that shadow always there? Well, that's still the way it was, so that's not any different. That's still a bottomless pit. This is still looking as inaccessible as before. Well, I really don't know. Kinda feels like I've done everything I can in this area. Wow, dude, rude. So hang on, is there anything... Oh, that's new. Hang on. This goes somewhere else. Effluvium? Yep, swamp things. Like, this actually looks like swamp, so yeah. Green mana? Want. That may have just given me access to getting out of here if I wanted. Where does this go? This goes right there, okay. That looked like it could be a thing, but it wasn't. Come on. One down. The other one down. Okay. Third one down? Yeah, this is probably gonna be terrible. I did just save. This is fine. Wow, that's a mood. I hear many things. Oh, they're in the sides. Okay, that did something. Oh dear. Ow. I did not manage this well at all. Problem is, Disc of Repulsion is, like, arbitrarily buried in the menu. Sometimes, so I've noticed that sometimes these guys, when they're in melee range, will decide to block for less time. Normally they block for 4 cycles of my primary, but sometimes they block for 2 when they're in melee range. Alright, so I should have really used Probably should have pulled out the third weapon for that. But my green mana is still kind of in recovery mode. Oh. Well. Totally didn't see that there, but glad I stepped on it. Man, can you imagine not accidentally finding that? Kind of important. So now the question is that this entire area? No, there is something else. Over here. Oh, it's closed. Hey, it kind of looks like... Remember that thing that we were on like an hour or two ago? Yeah, okay, thanks for backing me up on that, because I was like, did I just like totally miss it somehow, or was that key actually really hard to see? I think I picked up all the green mana. So we will have to come back here at some point. But for now, we're done with this place. And now we need to go use the dungeon key. No, not there. Not there. I was right the first time. I think. Okay. Nice! The door just bit me on the way open. Even the door kills you. Oh, that's actually just a spiked thing. It wasn't one of the barbarian guys. I don't trust those. This is that other room that we couldn't access before. Wanna bet that made the other thing accessible? Why can't I open this? Okay, that stayed open. Well, everyone in the dungeon's dead. Oh, it does open. Okay. I didn't want to get super close to it because I didn't trust it. That is still not open. So it's not that. I definitely heard something lower. I just don't know what. Wait a second. Oh! This whole thing lowered. I'm assuming that's still a death trap. Oh, hey, we found a new area. Okay, well, wait. What is the point of that? This looks like it should return us somewhere. That's the other side of that. No, it's not the other side of that. Don't actually know what that is. Okay. Well, anyway. This is where we're going. Let's see what it is. Dungeons. It's literally the dungeons. Okay. I am gonna stop here for tonight. Let me stop the timer. It's getting kinda late. I don't want to go, like, super deep into another area yet. Wait, what one wall looked breakable? Hang on. Why did that put me back here? Good grief. Which wall were you talking about? The one at the top of the staircase? Or something else? I don't know how long ago that was. Oh, the what? Well, I shot that and that happened. So, even if you weren't talking about this one, you were right anyway. And go figure, yeah, we're in the library again. So, there you go. Odd little shortcut. Okay. Actually gonna stop here, though. Thanks for hanging out. Nomadar, Metro McFly. Then we had Corporate Gamer earlier. Trying to figure out. We had CV Maniac. We had Jerp. Thank you for the host as well. But yeah, we will come back to this next Saturday, because 2020 Hindsight has been a weekend endeavor. I am kind of contemplating playing through Heretic again this week, though, so maybe we'll do that during the week. So yeah, stay tuned for more 90s Raven Software FPS stuff in general.